The Missouri Quality Award, the Missouri Superintendent of the Year Award, the Distinction in Performance Award, the Meritorious Budget Award. The Park Hill School District is one of the most award-winning districts in the state. In fact, many parents move to this area just so their children can attend Park Hill schools.
When people look to move to our area, they do research on the schools first, and they're looking for academic success, they're looking for strong programs, they're looking for state-of-the-art facilities, and I think they can find all of that in our district.
And with these kind of people living in Park Hill, the district is blessed with a community that supports our schools.
You know, in Park Hill, we have a long history of our community supporting our public schools. Through past bond elections, through past levy elections, our community, our patrons think that our schools are important because they think our students are important.
Because the community has been so supportive, Park Hill has been able to take care of our schools and to build schools to keep up with our enrollment growth. The district has a history of only asking for what we need and of keeping the promises we make to our voters.
It is your opinion on the issues and philosophy.
On April 5th of this year, for the first time in 5 years, the district will ask voters for a no-tax increase bond issue. The no-tax increase bond issue would pay for maintenance, technology, security, classroom space, and a new elementary school to address crowding. Recently, state funding cuts forced Park Hill to cut back on expenses, and much of the savings came from delaying scheduled maintenance to district facilities. While postponing these projects prevented painful cuts, these repairs must be made before they become emergencies. The no-tax increase bond issue would include roof repairs and replacements, renovations to special education classrooms, asphalt and concrete repairs, renovations to outdated, inefficient restroom facilities, and upgrades to the district's electrical system. In order to teach our students the skills they need to succeed in the 21st century, we must have a strong network for our district's servers and computers. Some of the maintenance of our technology infrastructure had to be delayed because of budget cuts. The no-tax increase bond issue would allow us to catch up with this maintenance and to stay current over the next 5 years. It would also help us make sure that each of our classrooms has the projectors, document cameras, and digital tablets it needs. The no-tax increase bond issue proposal has several projects designed to improve the safety of our students, staff, and visitors in our schools. Security cameras outside each of our buildings would help prevent vandalism and crime around our schools. Upgrades to the fire alarms at Plaza and Congress Middle Schools will bring these schools' systems up from merely meeting the code to matching the latest fire safety standards. And building safety entrances at Lakeview Middle School, English Landing Elementary, and Union Chapel Elementary will ensure that visitors to each school must check in at the office before accessing the rest of the building. As enrollment grows across the district, we must have the classroom space to keep up. The no-tax increase bond issue would provide additions at Park Hill High School, Park Hill South High School, and Congress Middle School to address the crowding we are seeing at those schools. These construction projects would conform to LEED standards, making them environmentally friendly and sustainable. The Park Hill School District has more elementary students than we have room for. Right now, we are easing some of the crowding with portable units behind a few of our schools, but these structures have aged past their useful life. Several of the supposedly temporary structures, which are designed to be used for 20 years or less, have been in Park Hill for 25 or even 30 years. The no tax increase bond issue would allow us to remove these portable units from Chin, Line Creek, Renner, and Southeast Elementaries, and from Plaza Middle School. Then it would fund the construction of a new elementary school in the northeast corner of the district where the most enrollment growth is. The new school would be LEED certified, making it as environmentally friendly and sustainable as possible, and making it more cost efficient for years to come. The no tax increase bond issue calls for improving traffic conditions at Plaza Middle School with a traffic loop onto 72nd Street and additional parking. It would also fund the purchase of land for future schools and facilities, and it contains a contingency fund. These important projects are the result of a careful capital planning process that a group of district staff, parents, and community members conducted over the last year.
I think it's important to have a lot of eyes and ears from different perspectives, and that's what the leadership of the district did. It brought in people from all over, all walks of life. And everybody has a little different perspective in what they think is important.
The Capital Planning Committee reviewed enrollment projections, district needs, and expert opinions in order to compile the list of projects. The district was able to ask for a no tax increase bond issue to pay for the projects thanks to a history of careful planning.
We have a long history of being fiscally conservative and also being aggressive with how we pay off our debt. Most school districts pay their debt off over a 20-year period, and the Park Hill School District has a history of paying off debt in 12 to 15 years. That actually saves millions of dollars for our taxpayers, and we're paying more on principal and less on interest. And that allows us then to continue to take on more debt with an aggressive structure and not raise our existing levy.
Even if the no tax increase bond issue did not pass on April 5th, taxes would not go down as a result. This is because the district is still paying off our existing debt. At the same time as the district is facing these capital needs, we are also facing major cuts to our state funding. The Board of Education is faced with the task of cutting as much as $2 million out of the budget for the next school year. This no tax increase bond issue could indirectly lessen the impact of those budget cuts.
Part of the solution is the no tax increase bond issue that we're coming up on in April. If we're successful with that, as I hope that we are, I would expect then that a lot of our maintenance issues can be taken care of. It's certainly those that are long-term kinds of solutions, and that would allow us to keep the dollars that we have from other revenue sources in place to make sure that we have jobs available or that we take care of jobs in the district.
State law says we are not allowed to spend the bond funds on operational costs like staff salaries and benefits. However, we are allowed to spend the money on capital costs like buildings, equipment, and maintenance. Over the last year, Park Hill has delayed many needed building maintenance projects and regularly scheduled technology replacements because of funding cuts. However, those projects must be completed eventually. Because we could pay for maintenance from the no tax increase bond issue, we could free up as much as $2.5 million in the regular operating budget each year for the next 5 years. This would lessen the impact of the state budget cuts, reducing the number of cuts we have to make in Park Hill. It would also enable the district to be more proactive, making important repairs before things break. And this way, we could schedule the repairs so they do not disrupt teaching and learning in our classrooms. So, this no tax increase bond issue would address important needs like maintenance, technology, security, classroom space at a new elementary school. And it would also minimize the pain we're feeling from the state budget cuts. Thank you for taking the time to hear about the no tax increase bond issue today. If you would like more information, please look on our district website. Please remember to vote on April 5th.